that you're connected with someone who really understands the heart of God, because it gets scary if you get out on your own. At the same time, Hezekiah does show a selfish orientation, particularly in that final episode of 2 Kings 20, in the incident with the Babylonians. He's really looking in the wrong place. His horizon is in the wrong place. Most people don't care much about other cultures or nations or people. The average guy has the attitude, well, what's in it for me? Why should I care what's happening in Russia? Oh, the Africans, yeah, I've seen them on TV. Oh, another coup in South America. Well, I'm not that interested. Let's change the channel. And that is the human tendency, not to look very far down the road. We tend to live for the moment instead of planning for the long term. Well, that's certainly a human weakness. But with a king, someone of such influence as Hezekiah, it's a very serious weakness, this selfish orientation. And I would pray that all of you listening to this podcast and myself will look at Hezekiah and realize we've got to be men and women of principle and not just do what we have to do today, but plan ahead. Hezekiah does not do so well as a father. Well, at least if his son Manasseh, the next king, is any indication, or his grandson Amon. In fact, the next good king will be Josiah, who is Hezekiah's great-grandson. That's in the late 7th century. Overall, however, Hezekiah receives the commendation of history and of the Lord. He's one of Judah's good kings. We now move into the final part of this and every podcast, and that is what we learn about God. And I see a number of things emerging from our study of Hezekiah. First, when we trust and obey, God prepares us for significant service. Hezekiah walked with the Lord. He trusted, he obeyed, and this is why he was able to accomplish so much and receive the commendation of the Lord and of history itself. We have to trust and obey, and God will prepare us for service. Second, God is concerned for his own honor, his glory. It's not about us. To him alone be the glory. And his reputation in the whole world, among the nations, is a major Old Testament theme. God is concerned for his honor. So was Hezekiah. So should we be. Thirdly, and this is a minor thing, but God does heal through physicians. If someone is recovering from an illness through the help of doctors, that doesn't mean that God wasn't involved. These are no less answered prayers simply because of the practice of medicine. God very often works through other people in this way. Fourth, the Lord gives those who trust him comfort and direction. Often, as we see with Hezekiah and Isaiah, these comforting and directive thoughts are mediated through spiritual men and women of God. God will minister to us, but very often that comes not directly, but it comes through other people. And the last lesson, God responds to heartfelt prayer, the kind of prayer uttered by Hezekiah. What is my source of confidence? Am I confident because of reputation or because of momentum I have spiritually, or is it my knowledge? We've got to learn to turn to the Lord. And in this respect, Hezekiah is an excellent model.